Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're tackling a massive public health challenge, one that, well, often operates in total silence. Fatty liver disease. And look, this is not some obscure condition. Our sources show that in places like India, it's hitting between 20 and 25% of all adults.
Which is just a staggering number.
It is. And even more alarming, something like 5% of children. It's become this global lifestyle condition that can progress, completely undetected for years.
And the silence is what makes it so dangerous.
Exactly.
It truly is a quiet epidemic. Medically, we call it non-alcoholic fatty liver disease.
Right.
NAFLD. And it's more aggressive form, NASH. But what it really means is you have an excessive buildup of fat inside your liver cells. And your liver, it's your body's second largest organ.
It does so much.
It does everything. It filters toxins. It processes all your nutrients. So when it gets suffocated by fat, its ability to do its job just plummets.
But there's hope here.
There is. And this is the critical takeaway right up front. If you're diagnosed with, say, grade 1 fatty liver, and you intervene early, you make those lifestyle changes, reversal is not just possible. It's a highly achievable outcome.
And that's our mission for this deep dive. We've gone through a stack of sources detailing everything from the surprisingly vague symptoms that signal your liver is in trouble to the modern drivers causing this.
And the treatments.
And the whole spectrum of treatments. We're talking conventional, natural, and traditional with a real focus on insights coming out of India.
Okay, let's unpack this.
Let's start with the signals. Because the disease is so common, I feel like a lot of its early symptoms just get written off as burnout.
Oh, absolutely. I'm just tired.
Yeah, I'm tired, or general malaise. So what's the difference between true liver fatigue and just, modern life tiredness?
That's the most important question to ask because recognizing it early changes everything. What makes liver-related fatigue different is that it's persistent. It's profound. It doesn't matter how much you rest.
So sleep doesn't fix it.
Sleep doesn't fix it. You can call it a metabolic efficiency crash. Your liver is so choked with fat, it can't efficiently convert the food you eat into energy.
So your fuel factory is just sputtering.
Exactly. It's sputtering. And that's signal number one, a failure of fuel conversion.
Okay. So beyond that deep fatigue, what are the other physical warnings we should be watching for?
The second sign is very localized. It's abdominal discomfort. People will often describe it as a dull, aching pressure.
Where exactly?
In the upper right quadrant of your abdomen. A feeling of fullness. This is a direct physical warning. As the liver swells up with fat, it actually stretches its own outer capsule.
And that's what causes the ache.
That's the ache.
Yeah.
And it often gets worse after a heavy meal.
Okay. What's next on the list?
Next, we look at digestion. So the liver produces bile, which helps you digest. When it's struggling, you might experience a loss of appetite or even some mild nausea.
Because you're not processing fats, right?
You're not. So
Yeah.
you feel full really, really quickly.
And the sources also pointed out something that feels a bit counterintuitive. Rapid, unexplained weight loss.
Yes, this is a big one. While controlled, gradual weight loss is the number one treatment.
Right.
Sudden, involuntary weight loss is a very serious red flag. It suggests your liver function is deteriorating to the point where it's affecting your body's ability to absorb nutrients.
So your body is essentially...
It's essentially cannibalizing its own muscle because its main metabolic engine is failing.
Oh.
And finally, signal number 5. This one's maybe the most unambiguous. It's all about detoxification. So changes in your waste products.
Dark urine and tail stools.
Exactly. Dark urine means there's excess bilirubin in your blood, and pale stools mean there's reduced bile flow. Both are crystal clear signs that your liver is under significant stress.
So we have the symptoms, the alarm bells. What's causing this? The sources were so clear that this explosion of NAFLD is tied directly to our modern lifestyle.
Inextricably linked. It's like we're fighting a modern war with our ancient kitchens. We fundamentally change our environment, our diet, and the liver is just paying the price.
And the main culprit is?
Poor eating habits. Number 1, our over-reliance on highly processed foods, sugary drinks, fried stuff, tons of simple carbs.
All the easy, convenient stuff.
All of it. And these foods are just loaded with fats and fructose that the liver has to deal with immediately. When that intake is constant, the liver gets forced into this state of continuous overdrive.
And it just starts storing it as fat.
It has no other choice. It converts excess sugar and fat into stored liver fat. And this whole problem is then amplified by an unhealthy lifestyle.
Meaning inactivity.
A lack of movement. Long sedentary work hours just slam the brakes on your body's natural fat-burning systems. So you combine that dietary strain with no activity, then you add in chronic stress, poor sleep, maybe smoking. The pressure just becomes immense.
So the foundation of any fix has to be lifestyle.
It is the absolute non-negotiable foundation for any path to reversal.
Okay, so since lifestyle is the root cause, let's talk solutions. Let's talk about the power of food. I found it fascinating that the sources highlighted specific natural allies that can actively help repair the damage.
They do. It's really about leveraging specific nutrients that target fat accumulation, that target inflammation, and cellular damage.
So what's at the top of the list?
One of the foundational protectors mentioned over and over is milk thistle.
Okay.
Its active compound is called silymarin. It's this incredibly potent antioxidant. And silymarin is known to help repair damaged liver cells, reduce inflammation, and it can physically prevent more fat from building up. Think of it like a cellular security guard for your liver.
A security guard. I like that. Now here's where it gets really interesting and frankly surprising. The sources kept mentioning a beverage we usually link with energy, not healing. Coffee.
Right.
Wait, so all this time we're thinking coffee might be harsh on our organs, and it turns out it's actually helpful.
It appears so, yes, in moderation.
In moderation.
The studies show that moderate coffee intake is surprisingly protective. Its natural antioxidants seem to reduce inflammation and improve metabolism. The data specifically shows it can lower the risk of liver fibrosis and help normalize liver enzyme levels.
That is fascinating. Okay, what else from the kitchen?
Well, turmeric is indispensable. Its active component, curcumin, is an incredibly powerful anti-inflammatory.
Of course.
It actively promotes cell regeneration, and it supports bile production, which helps improve fat metabolism.
And then there are the good fats. The sources mentioned fatty fish.
Yes, things like salmon, mackerel, sardines. They're rich in omega-3 fatty acids. If the modern diet is bombarding us with damaging fats, these healthy fats help correct that balance.
So they fight fire with fire, in a way.
A good way to put it, the omega-3s work by systematically reducing the fat that's already in the liver, lowering inflammation, and dropping those dangerous triglyceride levels.
And I'm guessing leafy greens are on this list.
You have to mention green leafy vegetables, spinach, kale. They're packed with chlorophyll, which helps neutralize toxins, and their fiber content is just crucial for regulating your metabolism. It gives the liver a much-needed break.
Okay, so we've got the metabolic crash, the food culprits, and the dietary fixes. But what happens when lifestyle changes alone aren't enough? Let's walk through the entire treatment spectrum, from Western medicine to more traditional approaches.
Right, and the spectrum always has to start with that cornerstone, lifestyle changes. A balanced diet, consistent physical activity, even just daily walking or yoga, and managing weight and stress. That's the baseline.
And from a conventional doctor, what might come next?
Conventionally, doctors might prescribe medications, for instance, something called ursodeoxycholic acid, or UDCA.
What does that do?
UDCA basically acts like a detergent. It helps the body dissolve and move out stagnant bile, improving the overall flow. They might also prescribe high-dose vitamin E to protect cells from oxidative stress.
And in really severe cases?
In severe cases where there's advanced scarring or fibrosis, then you're looking at procedures. A liver biopsy to see how bad the damage is, which can eventually lead to a liver transplantation if the cirrhosis is irreversible.
Now let's shift to the holistic insights from India. Traditional systems there look at this from a completely different angle.
A fundamentally different perspective. Take Ayurveda. It doesn't just see fatty liver as a physical buildup of fat. It sees it as an imbalance of the body's doshas.
The body's energies or metabolic types.
Exactly. So the treatment is highly personalized. It combines specific herbs, often including things we already mentioned like milk thistle, with dietary rules designed to restore that person's unique metabolic balance.
What about homeopathy?
Homeopathy uses highly diluted natural substances to try and stimulate the body's own healing response. So for conditions related to, sluggishness or chronic overindulgence that strain the liver, a practitioner might use remedies like nux vomica or lycopodium.
And both of these systems seem to heavily integrate practices like yoga.
Oh, critically. Both systems integrate yoga and meditation as a primary treatment. These mind-body practices are seen as essential for reducing stress, which is a huge factor, and they're believed to directly improve liver function through specific poses, like a spinal twist or bow pose.
It's interesting, the common thread across all of these, conventional or traditional, is that success requires structure. It requires adherence and a personal plan.
That's right. And this leads us to a really contemporary trend, which is these highly structured, multidisciplinary intervention programs.
The 90-day challenges.
Exactly. The sources describe them as 360-degree solutions. They combine nutritional science, a core supplement, with concentrated compounds like optimized silymarin, and they pair that with personalized diet charts, exercise plans, and tracking.
So the value isn't just a pill, it's the accountability that comes with it.
Precisely. The sources emphasize these programs are designed for permanent reversal because they're all about building new habits and getting measurable results. Some of them even offer, a risk-free guarantee if you don't see measurable improvement after 90 days.
Which really just underscores how important that consistent guided support is for making these huge lifestyle changes stick.
It does.
So whether you choose to go it alone with a radical lifestyle change or you enroll in one of these structured programs, the essential message seems to be universal.
Yes.
The most effective strategy is the one that sustainably combines healthy eating, consistent physical activity, and targeted liver-supportive nutrients.
So what does this all mean for you listening? It means you have a powerful window of opportunity. Yes, fatty liver disease is incredibly widespread and often silent, but if you catch it early, at grade 1, it is absolutely reversible.
And the timeline is encouraging.
Very. The sources confirm that with consistent effort, you can see noticeable metabolic and physical improvements within just 3 to 6 months. That short timeline should be highly motivating.
That's a powerful incentive to start today. And that leaves us with one final provocative thought for you to explore. Considering the proven effectiveness of traditional practices like Ayurveda and yoga right alongside modern science, where we can now isolate compounds like silymarin, what is the optimal personalized blend of Western diagnostic checks and ancient sustainable wellness practices that you can build for your own long-term liver health? Start exploring that synergy today.